Live only on DAZN. He silenced Britain's best. Usyk, the Brit breaker, but now the dynamite is ready to explode. One night, one shot at Undisputed. Usyk versus Dubois 2. July 19th. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on DAZN. Mr. Lennox Lewis joins me. What an absolute delight. Yeah. It's good to see you, my friend. How's things?
Yeah, things are good. Great. It's a nice day today.
Really nice day, and it will be a really big day on.
The sun is out
on Saturday. The sun is out, and we were just talking about. You pointed to that building down there, and you said, "What's that?" The place that you won your British title.
Yeah, Wembley Arena. It brings back fond memories. Gary Mason fight, Razor Ruddock fight. Yeah, fond memories.
When you go to a place where you've had so many big moments in your career, do you get a certain feeling, something that comes back, or?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, the fact that we're here and I'm watching another fight, you know, I feel good because I've boxed in this arena and, you know, I've won. So it always makes me excited coming back to an arena where I've won.
Is there a certain place worldwide that gives you the most feeling? One place that you go to and you feel like this is my boxing home? Perhaps where your biggest wins were?
Not really. You know, at one time it was Caesars in Vegas. That was the biggest hotel that everybody wanted to fight at. All the stars came out, Caesars Palace. But yeah, anywhere around the world. I'm the champion of the world, so I can fight anywhere.
We were the king of the world.
Yes.
There's something I've always really wanted to ask you. Out of the rematches, so be it McCall putting the wrong right against Hasim Rahman, becoming king of the world against Evander Holyfield, which rematch is your personal favourite? Which one do you look back and go, that's my be-all?
I'd say Oliver McCall. They're all my rematches were special for me because, you know, coming back and winning was the main thing. And I think it doesn't matter the opponent, just making sure that I came back as a winner.
In terms of rematches, would you say they suit the boxer or the puncher more?
I would say they suit the boxer more because you know, you could say the puncher got through because, you know, he threw a great punch which made you lose the fight, and now it's time to come back and win, and you're the boxer, so you got to box your way back and making sure that that guy doesn't get a lucky punch again.
Just from your experience and looking back on that, how much do you think about a first fight when you're training for or heading into number two?
A lot, because especially if you've lost the fight. So for me, if I lost the fight, I'll put a picture of my opponent up. I see him every day. I'll look back at the fight and see what I've done, what I did wrong, and what I need to do in the fight, and go and do it.
Would you train in looking at, like hitting the heavy bag, looking at this picture of your opponent?
Yeah, well, the Hasim Rahman fight, I had his picture up because, you know, he beat me. He threw a great punch, which my chin happened to be in the way of. And, you know, it was for me to get him back. I wanted to get him back. I realized that it was a lucky punch and it won't happen again.
I could sit here and talk about your career all day, but I do have to drop some bits in about Daniel Dubois and Oleksandr Usyk. Yeah. What's impressed you most? Is there one specific thing that's impressed you most about this kind of resurrection of Daniel Dubois over the last 2 or 3 years? One thing you can pinpoint?
Yeah, I think I love his attitude. I love his demeanor. I love his focus. And, you know, the fact that he actually went out there and did it. He was been through some trials and tribulations, and he recovered from them. And, you know, somebody said he doesn't have heart, he doesn't have the desire. He has heart, he has a lot of desire. And he went out and proved it to a lot of non-believers out there.
Did you question Daniel's mentality after Poland? I know a lot of people were quite quick to question it. Is it something you questioned at all, or?
Not really. The fact of how he came back was great. You know, I didn't think that anybody had shouldn't call him that. Shouldn't say that he doesn't have no strength. He doesn't believe in himself. He does believe in himself. He does have strength, and you know, he has focus, and you know, he proved a lot of people wrong in his last fight against Anthony Joshua. And now he realizes that, you know, he's up at that point. He's up at the pinnacle, mentally and physically. Now he just has to step across the bridge.
Just how much of a challenge is Oleksandr Usyk? I know we can watch, but with your expert eye, just how good is that man?
Oleksandr Usyk is an incredible fighter. He's got incredible talent, incredible IQ. He understands the sport. He looks at it in a mental sense. He knows what he needs to do to stay at the top and be at the top. He moves very well. He's a very elusive mover, and his work rate is high.
I won't ask you who's going to win the fight because I know it's a question you've probably been asked a million times, but I will ask you, do you think this fight goes the distance, or do you think this fight ends inside the distance?
Interesting. Really an interesting fight to look at, because you got Daniel Dubois. If he lands one shot, you know, he's got a power shot out there. Also, he's got a good left jab, and you know, he's grown over his last few fights, which is great. Now he's really, you know, he's not the same guy that you've seen 2 years ago. He's a different Daniel Dubois. So that's what we hope to see when we see him fight. Is a different Dubois coming out there ready, eager, and pushing Oleksandr Usyk back to the ropes and using that jab and that right hand and those body punches.
Really hope he can do it just for the country of Britain, for the atmosphere and what will happen in Wembley Stadium. Just finally, having achieved it yourself and knowing the hard work that it takes, how much pride do you sit back with watching someone trying to do the same? Because you're the only man from this country who knows what it takes.
Yeah.
So you're the only man who can really feel that. How much pride do you sit with watching that?
I sit with a lot of pride. I hope Daniel wins. It would be great for him to win. You know, he's worked hard in his whole career. He's pushed, he's sacrificed, and this is the time. He was just inches away from it last time, so this is the time that he goes all the way.
Lennox, you're an absolute legend. I appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you on the DAZN broadcast, pay-per-view.
Thank you.
DAZN.
Bless.
Live only on DAZN. He silenced Britain's best, Usyk, the Brit Breaker, but now the dynamite is ready to explode. One night, one shot at Undisputed. Usyk versus Dubois 2. July 19th. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.